Hello, and welcome back to Tommy's Top Picks, Top 5 Comics for the week of June 8th, 2022. Sorry, we're a day late, or later in the day than usual. We're just going to release this after we finish it. We usually come out on Tuesday, but like 10 o'clock. But it's Flesh and Blood Uprising season, spoiler season, so we're deep into that. And so we pushed it a day. Hopefully you can still see this, or at least tonight or tomorrow morning before these books come out. Or maybe you don't go on Wednesday. We'll see. But yeah, wanted to give you our top 5 picks for the week. But before we do, we are getting dangerously close to our 200 subscribers. And we are giving away this book, King in Black #1, CGC, graded 9.8, and signed by Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman. So if this is something you might be interested in, all you have to do is leave a comment down below with your top pick for the week. You can go back and watch our previous top picks, put comments there. There is some competition, not a lot. So with these free giveaways, I'll never win the free giveaway. This one, you might actually win. So
you get there. You really might get there.
You really might get there. And you get to watch your name on a little duck race across the screen against everyone else. And you get a duck for every video that you leave a comment on. So you could have an army of ducks against some people that just have a duck.
You want to know what else, though, Tommy?
What?
They also might get to know my address. Just saying.
Oh.
If I'm sending it to them.
We will figure out a way that doesn't happen. We will figure out a way that doesn't. We have a way, actually. Okay. Yes, we have a way.
They can know. If I got any fans out there.
Murphy getting his stalkers. But yeah, let's dive into it. Number 5 this week is Oblivion Song number 36. So, it is a series finale. If you have not read this book, I highly suggest it. If you like Walking Dead, you should read this book. It is a very interesting series that takes place kind of in modern times, maybe a little in the future. And essentially what happens is, I forget the exact dimensions, but blocks, like city blocks of Philadelphia, get transported into another world. And then that block diameter of the other world gets transported into the middle of North Philadelphia. So all the people that were in there got transported to this world.
That thing's just switched around.
Yeah. So that part of that.
I'm so bad, apparently, at Robert Kirkman.
This is number 36, Murphy.
I miss literally every series he does. I'm like, oh, that's a Kirkman too?
It's a whole big thing when they come out.
I know, and I somehow miss them every single time.
This is going to be a solid series. It is being made into a movie, and it is going to be starring Jake Gyllenhaal, if the rumors are to believe. I think it's been confirmed. But yeah, so it's very exciting. Robert Kirkman definitely... I won't say definitely. Usually leaves something special in the last issue that makes the last issue a key. So this is the series finale. The synopsis reads, "It's all been leading to this. The war with the Cathal has ended, but who is the victor? And how has this conflict changed the world and Nathan Cole?" So our main star here, his brother was in the city, in the part of the city that was transported there. And so he was the reason why this all happened, because of a bad experiment gone wrong kind of a thing in a lab. And so he actually figures out a way to get back, to transport himself and others to that part of the Philadelphia in that other world, and tries to convince him to come back, but he won't, which is interesting. Like, a lot of the people there have a lot more time has passed and they've just adapted to being there and don't want to go back because this was a bad part of Philly. This is not a great part of Philly. So these people have this whole new world. No debt, yes, there's giant monsters and scary stuff, but this is their world now. So it's very interesting. I don't know. It's very Robert Kirkman.
Tommy.
What?
As a Pittsburgher, I feel like I gotta say, Who would want to go back to Philly?
Fair. As a Pittsburgher who transplanted into Philly for a while, for about a decade. Yeah,
Sorry, all you Philadelphians.
I was very excited to get out of the city. I enjoyed my time there, but I was very excited to get out of that city. This is an interesting book. Maybe pick this up and then the first trade and just read the trade, see if you like the story. Pick this up on spec, or maybe you want to go back and complete the run. Some of the early books can get pretty pricey, but nothing crazy. And I do expect, not financial advice, but I do think that there is some speculation left in the prices of these books. And there isn't like the big press release for the movies. The movie hasn't come out yet. And they're going to staple all over it from the creator of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So, and Invincible now. They can use Invincible too. From the creator of Walking Dead and Invincible. I don't know. It'll be cool.
And Outcast, if you're into that sort of thing.
That one didn't do it for me. The one you didn't miss, right?
I didn't miss Outcast. I got Outcast.
Next up on our list is Batman 124 in the 4th spot. Murphy, you want to take it?
Yeah, so Batman 124. First got to mention, this is the end of Williamson's run. As a kind of little interim between Tynion leaving and Chip Zdarsky taking over. But the synopsis reads, in the aftermath of the Shadow War, Batman has returned to Gotham. But when he hears word of strange developments in Badnesia, he's forced to question, has Abyss returned? Or has a new hero been born in the dark? And in the backup story, Poison Ivy uncovers the troubling ramifications of the Gardener and Harley Quinn's actions during Fear State in this prologue to Poison Ivy, drawn by Danny and written by Poison Ivy series writer G. Willow Wilson. So this one, as a Batman issue, like Williamson issue, probably isn't going to be that much. It's just kind of tying up his stories. Like Abyss is, was his big villain, all that stuff. But I think that what's important about this is that it is going to tie into the new Zdarsky stuff.
Right.
Regardless of whether these last, when did Tynion leave? Issue, 1 something?
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a year of Williamson.
It might be just about a year. So I think it was 12.
Just about a year. Yeah. But either way, it's this is going to tie into what Zdarsky has done. Batman has been changed either way. So I think this is going to be a great jumping on point because I know Zdarsky, he's going to, he's writing a Batman origin comic at the same time. Who's to say that everything hasn't changed?
This jock cover, though.
I know.
And the Pittsburgh colors. So
I know. If only I didn't spend so much on Spider-Man covers, man. For real. But no, I think this is a great jumping on point for Batman. As with Batman, it's kind of always a good time to start.
Yeah. But
I'm excited.
Yeah. If you don't pick up this one, definitely we're gonna be recommending 125 too.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing a video, another what you need to know.
Yeah, like we do with the Spider-Man.
For Batman 125. So if you haven't followed up on everything or you're new to Batman, check that out when it comes out. But this is going to be a good wrap up. And also, the backup tale is going to tie all the things that Tynion did for Poison Ivy.
Yep, that's our number 2.
Because her character has gone through so much. Mm-hmm. It's going to tie it all in. I think this is going to be a big issue just because of what happens because of it.
Right, what it's leading up to.
Yep.
Number 3, we have Venom number 8. Time and the Conqueror. The moment you've been waiting for. You've watched and read in terror for months as Dylan Brock has fulfilled his destiny and become the new Venom. But what about his old man? What about the original Venom? What about Eddie Brock? Your answers start here, true believer. If you buy no other issue of Venom in 2022, you must buy this one and the next two. Let's start with this one.
So yeah.
So why this one and the next two?
Well, so like it says, sorry, like your answers start here. Who knows what the hell's been happening with Venom?
Have you been reading it?
Like, there's been time traveling.
Okay, yeah.
There's been all sorts of stuff. So
ever since King in Black, right?
Yeah. So, not to get too far into like all 8 issues of this run, but like Eddie Brock is no longer attached to his body. He is living in different times, and he's in a garden full of King in Blacks from across all the time frames and multiverses and everything. And Eddie, Dylan, his son, is now wearing the symbiote.
Okay.
So it's been a lot of Dylan and the symbiote figuring out A, how they work together, B, like what to do without Eddie, like all this stuff.
Right.
But if they're truly going to start answering questions like about the big bad Meridian or about what the Life Foundation is doing, like things like that, I think this is going to be a great issue. Probably not a great jumping on point.
Okay. But
because
if we had to buy one issue of Venom this year, it has to be this one. But it's not a jumping on point.
I don't know, unless it's really gonna throw.
Maybe they'll do one of those Spider-Man things and like retell the last couple issues in the first couple pages.
What you need to know.
Yeah.
But I mean, my man Kang is on the cover.
True, it's true.
And if Eddie Brock is messing with time, Kang would definitely be the one to come after him.
It's true.
So I mean, if Kang's in it, I'm sold.
Yeah. I mean, it's Ewing too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Listeners, buy all Kang stuff.
If you must buy one Venom Kang issue this year, it must be this one.
Do not like the variants.
No, they're fine. They're fine.
Fine.
Marvel, why are you doing Fortnite ones too?
So angry. Both DC and Marvel, they make that money.
I know.
They got to make that money.
Fortnite machine go burr.
Fortnite is still just the winner.
I know. So next up, we have Poison Ivy #1, leading in from our number 4. Do you want to take this one?
Yeah. So, Poison Ivy #1, the synopsis reads, Pamela Isley has been a lot of things in her life. A living god, a supervillain, an activist, a scientist, and dead. In a new body that she didn't ask for, and with a renewed sense of purpose, Ivy leaves Gotham and sets out to complete her greatest work, a gift to the world that will heal the damage dealt to it by ending humanity. Spinning out of the pages of Batman, DC is proud to present the unbelievable next chapter in Poison Ivy's life by the incredible creative team of G. Willow Wilson and Marcio Takara. So this one, who knows what's going to happen, but like I said with Batman, the character's gone through so much development.
Right.
Oh,
absolutely.
I mean, Tynion really took it to different levels, with Joker War and Fear State, like
new characters
that influence her, like Fear State alone, she's been used to help Gotham as much as she wants to kill everybody that lives in Gotham just for being there. It's the character's gone through a lot, and I definitely am excited to see what's going to happen. Because Pamela Isley's kind of a badass.
Absolutely.
It's not
Absolutely.
Uma Thurman all the time, you know? Sometimes it's just down and dirty, murder everybody stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
But also, like, she'll save everybody from time to time. Speaking of which, I did just replay Arkham Knight, and part of the story is Poison Ivy has to defeat Scarecrow's toxin as it's been put through the whole thing. So it's like, you know, the character in general has just gone through so much, whether it be comics, movies, you know, whatever it is, video games. I think this is a great new number one to have.
Oh, absolutely. And these covers, I'm
They're so
sorry.
good.
I'm sorry. I need to order more of these. I ordered the 1 in 50 and the base cover. So this one and the normal one. Yeah. I need to order the homage to the. So this was. It looks like it is the Slab City Comics exclusive variant. This is homage to her first appearance.
You gotta go to slabcity.com then.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either, but it's an exclusive company.
I know, it's sad. This one's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of Something's Killing the Children, for some reason.
Yeah, I could see that.
But
there's so many of them too,
right?
I bet it's a lot of store exclusives or
Probably.
like dealer exclusives.
Probably.
All right, so that's going to take us then to our number one for the week.
Dark Crisis number 1, Chapter 1, The Justice League is Dead. Crisis on Infinite Earths, Infinite Crisis, Final Crisis, and now Dark Crisis. The epic event, years in the making, is finally here. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and the rest of the Justice League are dead. The remaining heroes are left to protect the world from an onslaught of violent attacks by DC's greatest villains. Can the legacy heroes step out of the shadows of the classic heroes to form a new Justice League? And will that be enough to stop a darkness greater than anything they've ever faced from destroying everything? Don't miss out on the first issue of the blockbuster event of the summer.
God, I hope this one doesn't have so many tie-ins.
It's only 7 issues.
I know it's only 7 issues. It's the tie-ins.
Yeah.
Like Metal having so many, like I just
all those one-offs that drove me crazy.
Future State, DC, you did me wrong.
I know, same. I bought every single issue of Future State.
Me too.
Every single one.
Me too.
And then the main Future State book comes out, and I drop it after like 6.
I think I'm actually only missing the most valuable issue of Future State, which was Future State Shazam #1.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So like DC is hurting me.
They're like, Murphy's not going to pick this one. Make it.
I am very excited for this one. Like Future State has something to do with this because, you know, they've set up the next Batman, the next Wonder Woman, the next Superman. And this is tying together DC in a way that DC's never done before. You know, it's bringing in like all the old stories.
Oh, sure.
It's really truly tying together stuff that,
because of death metal, everything matters. Remember, ever since death metal, everything matters.
So this is finally making it real that everything matters, and yeah, I'm here for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm here for that Capullo cover.
Yeah, I was just pulling that up.
I did. Your boy did not miss that one. I probably won't get the 1 in 100, but I will get the regular, like non-virgin one.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, this is just going to be a great series in general. Like it's interesting to see how they're going to transition, because obviously Batman isn't gone.
No, they're never gone for long.
Wonder Woman has been gone.
Yeah.
Is like kind of back now. You know, she's not in the Justice League, but she's kind of back. Superman's been off doing Action Comics.
Right.
So this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Also, did you read Justice League 75?
No, I did not do my homework.
Oh, you didn't do your homework?
I didn't do my homework.
But it's pretty, tragic.
That's what I've heard.
It looks pretty dark. Like, going into Dark Crisis #1. I haven't read the Justice League Road to Dark Crisis yet.
Okay.
So I need to do that. I need to do some of my homework. I'm a little further ahead than you, but not, all the way.
Yeah.
But no, this one I think is going to be a huge event and hopefully worthy of all the tie-ins I'm going to pick up.
Nice.
I hope it is. Also, look at that. Look at that Nightwing.
I know. Cover. Front and center. They know who sells covers.
Again, you got to read Justice League 75, if only for Dick Grayson giving not 75, the free comic book day.
Oh yeah.
Justice League. The eulogy of the Justice League by Dick Grayson. Oh man. It was so good. He hit all my hero heartstrings.
It is on the list. I have a pile downstairs that I've built.
Just hit free comic book day. Just do it.
Okay. All right.
It's all been worth it.
Fair. But yeah, so that's our top 5. There are some more books we kind of wanted to talk about, though, if you want to continue hanging out with us. The Amazing Spider-Man. So one of our favorite books, issue 3. Supposedly, John Romita Jr. said that this one was something special. Do we believe him?
The final line from his little post was, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I hope drawing it. And I think it's supposed to be a big Tombstone issue.
Okay.
Because Tombstone, has gone through a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But he domesticated himself.
Right.
To quote him, he capped his teeth. Yeah. He put on a suit, he became a boss, the whole thing.
Right.
Now, he's really had to start getting dirty again. So I think this is going to be one of the ones, issue 1 asked a bunch of questions. Issue 2 didn't really answer anything. And I think issue 3 is about to just put a couple things in perspective. If that whole run makes sense.
Yeah.
I think Tombstone's about to mess some stuff up.
Nice.
And that being said,
Star Wars Tales. I'm going to murder this.
Of Chrysanthemum.
#1. It's a Star Wars #1. So, I mean, you got to kind of recommend it.
Also, it's a Wookiee.
Yeah, right.
Do you hate Wookiees?
No.
No one hates Wookiees. Maybe Stormtroopers.
Not that live to take the tell the tale.
Stormtroopers might.
Was there anything else we wanted to shout out? I think that was it.
No, I think that's about it.
There's always so many books.
There are so many books.
Just in one week.
Yeah, I think that's about what I got.
Cool. All right. Well, that does it for this week's comics. So don't forget to leave a comment down below and for your chance to win that King in Black #1. And I guess until next time, we'll talk to you later.
Last note.
Yeah.
For anybody who does comment on these videos, if you have, especially if you're new to comics, let us know what you like, and maybe we can bring it up a little more, and help you out
absolutely
on the journey, so to speak.
Sounds good.
Other than that, I'm ready to be done.
Cool. All right. Well, enjoy your evening, and we'll talk soon.
See you later.